my main man Scott out here. You gotta come visit men's department. Come check out Scott though, he always cleans me up. He does the best job, I'm telling you what, come visit him. Hey guys, welcome back to Land Shark Lifestyle. I just got my hair cut, as you just saw, and my man Scott always does a good job. I mean, like, he is pristine. But Scott got hurt a few months ago, and so he wasn't working for the last few months. And so I've been getting these just awful haircuts the last couple months, and I really needed a solid cut here. So, but today I wanted to talk to you guys about the sales process and how that relates to picking up girls. My brother and his friends, and then just some other younger guys that I know, they always ask about like picking up girls, like how to talk to girls, how to go on a date, etc. And so I wanted to go over what the sales process is and then how that relates to picking up girls and how you guys can be successful with both of them. So there is 7 parts to the sales process. It starts with knowledge and preparation basically, then goes on to prospecting, finding the right customers or finding the right girls, then going into the approach, actually talking to that customer or that girl, then goes into creating value in the presentation, so saying the right things and at the right times, having a presentation together. But there's 7 parts of the sales process, and that's what they are. And they're pretty much the same for sales or for picking up girls. They're pretty much the same exact thing from step to step. And I also wanted to give a little bit of background as to where I got this from and like where it came from. I was working at Verizon about a year ago or so, and the coworker that I was working with, he was really good at selling because he had been there for a while, and I was learning how to sell at this new job. And then I was pretty good at picking up girls, and that was kind of my thing, and then he was trying to learn that. So together we were going back and forth and learning a lot from each other, but basically I realized that they're basically the same. Picking up girls and the sales process are very similar. They're pretty much the same. And so we learned a lot from each other by comparing the two, and that's pretty much where I'm getting this from. I think it's a very valuable analogy because it's a really good way to see 2 different things, pretty much the same approach though, and the same structure. But today I'm going to be going into the first 2 pieces of that though, which are the knowledge and preparation, and then the prospecting part of that. So the first step in the sales process is preparation and knowledge. And this is a really important step because it's the first one and it lays the foundation for the rest of the process. By the way, it's been raining like all week, and so I've been trying to go out and record because like when you have good lighting, it helps with recording. And I just haven't been able to get out and record this week. It's been raining all week. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna record in the rain, whatever. But back to the first step. You need to be prepared and you need to have an understanding of what you're gonna be doing when you go out and start meeting girls and stuff. And it's the same thing in sales. So in sales, when you've got a product, you need to know that product and you need to know what you're selling, what the value is in that product, and you need to have a good, firm understanding of what you're selling. And it's the same thing with picking up girls, except you are the product. So if you're the product, then you need to know yourself. You need to know what your value is. What is your value? Are you funny? Are you smart? Are you good at a certain skill? Do you have a lot of money? Like whatever the value is that you hold near and dear to your heart. Because there's a girl out there that likes whatever you have. It's different for every person though. And then you also need to figure out like maybe 5 different things that you want to mention. So a lot of those things are going to be things that you value, but you need to have them kind of prepared so you have like an elevator pitch ready to go. You don't have to necessarily have like a script together or have like a certain thing that you're going to say every time. It can change, but if you've got like 3 to 5 things that are important to you or that really like summarize who you are, what you're passionate about, and then you kind of keep those things in mind. So now when you go out and you're starting to meet girls and stuff, it's going to be a lot easier for you to say, here is my elevator pitch basically. Here is what I'm offering and here's what I'm bringing to the table, because it's basically like you're solving a problem. Same thing in sales. You have a problem and then the sale is going to solve that problem. And so it's the same thing with girls. The problem is that that girl's looking for a guy essentially. And so you need to be the solution to that. Now that you've kind of figured out like who you are and what your value is, and you've kind of formulated that into, you know, somewhat of an elevator pitch, so you're ready to go out, you know, and basically pitch your presentation, you've kind of got all that together already. You know how that's going to interact. I'm getting a call. Oh, it's a sick upper body pump, so I gotta take this. Yeah, I'm on my way right now. Got to the airport. I'm actually going to Wisconsin for the week because my family's up there. We're doing a little family reunion, so I'm going up to Wisconsin for the week. But I wanted to get into the second part of the sales process and picking up girls, which is prospecting. So with prospecting, it's basically finding new customers and finding new people to market to, you know, or girls to market to. And so where is your target market? You've kind of already established what your target market is in terms of who, but now you got to figure out where to go. So where are you actually going to go market? Where are you going to go prospect? Is it going to be like out at the bars and clubs? Are you going to do it at the grocery store? So you have to figure out where you're going to go. And then once you kind of figure out where to go and like what you're doing, then it's going to be a lot easier to find the right girls and at the right time, and things are going to start lining up. You're going to get more experience though as you do it, and with time you'll start to understand the process and how things fit together, what works and what doesn't, and then like how the patterns of things go. So you'll start to generate more like hot leads, basically meaning like you're going to start to get more girls that you know you jive with and that you get along with, that you're more compatible with, and then you're going to start getting more numbers and more dates, etc. And that's kind of how the process works. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Hopefully I covered everything and you guys learned something. Next week I'm going to go ahead and get into the approach as well as creating value within that presentation that we talked about, and then handling some objections that can come about. But like I said, I'm going to cover that next week, and I'm going to do one more video after that handling the closing stuff. If you guys did like the video and you made it to the end, drop a like, make sure you subscribe to the Land Shark Lifestyle and you're watching the videos as they come out, and keep on grinding.